Good Luck Gold was my first book. I didn't want to write a book of poems. I was trying to write a picture book and sell it. But in the meantime, I did homework for a class I took with Myra Cohn Livingston. Every week I turned in a thick stack of homework. The next week, the poems came back unmarked, nothing. I thought, is she reading my poems? I would actually have preferred red marks just to know, yeah, she was reading my poems. Anyway, finally, 9 weeks into studying with Myra, hundreds of poems into studying with Myra, I finally got a mark. I got a VG. I didn't know what it meant. I looked at it, I thought it was a UQ. I went up to Myra, I actually thought, I don't know what UQ means. I went up to Myra and I said, this week you put a mark on my paper, UQ? And she said, that's VG, dear. And then because I still didn't know, she said, very good. Well, that was the epitome of praise. You know, you have some of those teachers who, that is it, you're not getting any more. That was it from Myra. That was the epitome of praise. And so I said to myself, she wants me to write about that? Well, for 9 weeks, I had been writing funny poems, silly poems, poems about made-up things that I thought somebody would want to read. Finally, I decided to write about something that had happened to me. I wrote about something that happened to me somewhere between 8th and 9th grade when I was traveling up to Yellowstone with my dad. We stopped into a diner. We walked in. We looked around. It said, please wait to be seated. We waited, and we waited, and we waited, and we did not get served. Well, we finally seated ourselves. We continued to wait. We didn't get served. I decided, you know, I know that that experience was about race discrimination, and I need to write about that. And the really gratifying thing is that I've been to some schools where kids will come up to me and say, I like this poem because I know it's real, because I've seen it happen. Now, I'm pretty sure it was about race discrimination. Am I 100% sure? No. There's that 1% of doubt that says, well, maybe the waitresses saw our California license plates and they said, oh no, more Californians. And they decided that they weren't going to serve us because of that. Maybe. And so I tell kids, you know, sometimes something will happen and either it makes you angry or maybe it just makes you confused. You're not sure why it happened. That's a good time to write a poem. That's a good time to write a poem. Take out a piece of paper and just write about it. Just let the ideas pour out of your mind. Let the thoughts, the memories pour out of your mind. And when you're done, you can be done with it and you can move on.